Welcome guys to another one of my videos, and we're going to be reacting to the highlights of the Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul press conference. We're going to see Jake Paul confront Mayweather. Let's make it happen. So let's just get right onto the video. Alright, so we got Jake Paul right here, rocking a really cool shirt. Alright, so we got Floyd Mayweather right here, and we got Logan Paul, and we got the face-off right here. Is he saying my opponent's small? Is it a thing for them to chew gum while they're at the press conference? I literally see them doing this all the time.
We got two fake fighters. Hey, the only thing that's fake on this stage is Floyd's hairline. Okay, there's The only thing that's fake on this stage is Floyd's fucking hairline. Say what you want to say.
They ain't even turned his mic on. I'm A-side in this fight. That's facts. I don't need Floyd. Floyd needs me. Floyd came out of retirement just to get re-retired. I think you bit off more than you can chew, Floyd. Your clothes look big on you. Hey, Pipsqueak, this the guy?
He called him a pipsqueak.
Pokemon collecting, podcasting host that does YouTube. About to beat the greatest history fighter of all time.
I'll fight real fighters. History fighters. So guess what? I'm willing to fight both in the same night.
Damn. That's a bold statement, Hey, if he actually pulls it off, then hey, hats off to you, Mayweather.
I'm willing to fight both in the same night. Plus and C.
Floyd over here with the jokes.
You the king of cat. You ain't a boxer anymore, champ.
You're right.
You're tired. You old.
Very, very old.
You a grandpa.
Very wise.
Your kids have kids.
My kids have kids. Love my kids. Love my grandkids. And guess what? I'm gonna treat you just like you're one of my grandkids. I'm gonna tighten your ass up.
I'm a little fucked up.
One bomb, two bombs.
Are you kidding me?
Did you hear that?
Are you?
Oh, was that Jake?
One bomb, two bombs.
Are you kidding me?
Absolutely.
So he should have got a haircut before that. Who's he talking to? Is he talking to Logan? Because Logan looks like he needs a haircut.
So no one can reach you ever.
No, I'm on your side. I know what he did to the country of Japan. I know what he did to Japan. So guess what? You have to pay for what you did to Japan.
All right, so he's bringing up Japan, and we all know what happened at Japan, with Logan Paul. So from what I heard, Logan took this a little personally. He's like, okay, he's going to bring up something personal from my past. I'm going to go ahead and bring up something personal to him. So that's why he decides to speak up about, about Floyd Mayweather, beating on his wife, which if it's true, I'm not too sure. I'm not too informed on this topic.
Is this you trying to rally an entire country around you?
So,
I know what you did to your wife.
one thing about me.
Floyd's 50-0. Nah, he's 51-1. He beat his wife too.
Oh, shoot.
He's entitled to feel how he want to feel, say what he want to say.
Let's go there.
My thing is this. You have to always have proof. We can never go by here and say, always have proof. So one thing they know about me, they can say what
Are
they
you
want to
reading
say,
from the teleprompter?
but one thing that I do,
Oh, no, you can't read.
okay, well, you can speak, you can say whatever you want to say. One thing we know, us as black people, we die for what we believe in. We stand for what we believe in. And a lot of us got killed and died for it. So I don't worry about that.
Why are you making this about race?
Because it's always about race. It's always about race. I'm going to stand strong for what I believe in. So,
I'm with your race. I'm with every race.
don't worry.
Why are you making this about me?
Don't worry. Well,
Say, don't worry.
I
Don't
can
worry.
guarantee you this. I can guarantee you this. June 6th, you will get knocked out.
Your shoes untied. Your shoes untied.
Your brother untied.
The champ hit you let him, and you didn't do shit about it. The best fighter in the world got his shoes untied by you, so we didn't do shit about it.
But we don't worry about that. But one thing we do, we kick ass.
I just love it how Floyd is over here talking about, history, talking about race, talking about things that, motivates him to, to keep going, to fight, and to do all this. And Logan Paul's over here with the middle school comebacks, like, oh, your shoes untied. Oh, look at this. Oh, you beat your wife. Oh, you dressed bad. Like, come on, Logan. You gotta, like, either be more respectful or just come up with better comebacks, you know, because these comebacks are kind of a little childish. Jake Paul's over here untying his shoes. I don't know what goes through the minds of the Pauls. Jake is considered the problem child, which is why I think all this fiasco started because Jake wanted to take his hat.
What do you think the face off? Short. Short, sweet. We got next? What's up? You want to run it 2 in 1 night? Yeah.
Alright, so here comes Jake, the problem child, confronting Mayweather and starting this whole fiasco of a mess.
What's up? You want to run it 2 in 1 night? Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Yes, sir.
Look at the guy in the back. he's having a good time. He's like, yes, I'm in front of all this. Just look at the smile. That's a smile I want to have someday. Just when I wake up.
That work for this boss. Absolutely. Let me out here. Let me call y'all. I'm my own boss. I'm my own boss. Night. Got you that.
Oh my gosh, Jake. It's like, I don't know, you can't even respect the dude. Okay, like you're over here confronting him. Now I guess you run out of comebacks or insults, so you just decide to pull off a middle school prank or a middle school joke and just take his hat and run away. It's like, come on, dude. What are you doing?
Don't ever disrespect me. Fuck out.
Oh shoot, look. Jake is over here covering his whole face. From what I've heard, you know, his whole shirt was ripped. His hair was messy. If you see his cheeks, like if you see his face, it's all red. Apparently, I think he got a black eye or he got punched in the eye. He even said it. I think one of the security guards actually hit him in the face. But I mean, Jake, you asked for this. You asked for this.
Yes, sir. Got your hat.
Oh my gosh. So Jake Paul's the one over here getting pulled away, covering himself, and he still has the courage to say, got your hat. You know, did you guys hear that voice crack too? Got your hat. Oh my gosh. It's like, okay, Jake, you know, is over here trying to portray himself as the tough guy. You know, he's over here calling out Mayweather, saying, you know, all this, let's run this, this and that. And then when he runs out of jokes, he's like, okay, got your hat, starts running away. Floyd gets upset, starts chasing after him. Jake is the one walking back, you know, trying to avoid everything. It's like, okay, why are you gonna do this and then run away? And then, you know, when he gets, you know, beat up and put in a corner, he's over here going in the fetal position and trying to, you know, cover himself and stuff. And then you're probably saying, you know, well, obviously you're getting punched, you're gonna want to cover yourself. Okay, well then be prepared to face the consequences of your actions. If you're gonna go up there and confront a guy who has like 8 tall bodyguards, and you pull something off like this, you know what you're in for. You know what you're gonna get. And then, as soon as they take him out, he still has the nerve to say, "Oh, got your hat, got your hat." Okay, now that you're not getting beat up, now that you're not in the corner, now that you're out there safe, being pulled away, you start talking. Like, I don't know. These Paul brothers are a little disrespectful, in my opinion. And from what I know, I think they're a little older than me. And they're acting like this. And then Floyd too, from what I heard, Conor McGregor was like, from a pro point of view, the fact that you had to, go after Paul, the fact that you had to go after Jake Paul, and that you were the one getting mad, you were the one getting chased after him, it just shows that he really ticked you off. And that's the way I see it. Floyd, I think, should have had more composure. He shouldn't have let these things get to him. Don't mess with a guy's hat. Okay, with all those things into consideration, you're a millionaire. You're so rich. Just get another hat. Don't let the childish actions of someone else, tick you off. That really shows people that you give the control over to that person. If someone would have done that to me, okay, whatever. Like, I like to wear hats too. If someone takes my hat, it's like, bro, just give me the hat back. I'm not gonna get upset just because someone took my hat. And I'm pretty sure this guy has tons of other hats. This made Floyd Mayweather look a little, I don't want to say childish, but it made him look like he stooped to Jake's level and got mad and upset. And like I said, okay, you're a hat man. You have every right to be upset. Don't get me wrong, and this is just my opinion. I'm not saying, this is how it should be. But Floyd should have just took that as a grain of salt and just said, you know what, screw you, kid. Take my hat or give me back my hat. But he shouldn't have had all this. He shouldn't have done all these things that, he was doing, chasing after him and stuff. But to each their own. I'm not Floyd Mayweather, so I can't really talk for him.
Step back a little bit. Guys, step back. Step back. All the cameras, step back. Step back.
Like, in a way, you kind of have to feel bad for Logan. Maybe he doesn't take this in the wrong way, but I mean, this was supposed to be Logan's day. The press conference, all the media talking about him. It was supposed to be his day. Having that face-off with Floyd Mayweather, having the media talk about him, all these things. It was supposed to be for him. And what does Jake do? He comes and steals the spotlight. And like I said, you could take this, however you want. A lot of people were saying you guys should thank Jake because he single-handedly, through this fiasco, promoted and marketed the fight to a lot of other people. Because you got the media talking about this. You got the media talking about, oh, Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather, and he took his hat. And then, not to mention that even Jake decided to put out some merch of some hats saying, got your hat. So many people, from what I heard, they were like, you know what? The only reason why I heard about this press conference is because Jake Paul decided to bring out a merch line, or because I saw that Jake Paul got in a fight with Floyd Mayweather. But in a way, like, okay, he stole the spotlight from his brother, but he also, brought a lot of people's attentions towards the fight. So I guess it's kind of like I guess it's kind of like two ways. You messed up your brother's, you messed up your brother's day, but you also brought a lot more attention to the fight, but because of your actions. It's kind of like if your siblings took over your wedding day or your wedding night and brought all the attention to them. It's like, it's supposed to be your day. I'm sorry if it didn't make sense. Oh well. Alright, so that wraps up this whole Mayweather and Logan Paul press conference, with a little side sprinkle of Jake Paul. Honestly, I'm not even going to be watching the fight. I'll probably just watch the highlights when it comes out. Hopefully he does box Jake Paul. I want to see Jake Paul getting knocked out. So I'll go ahead and see you guys on the next one. Bye!